Good day, Explora bookworms. Welcome here in Frankfurt, Germany, the biggest book fair in the whole world. This is 800 years old. Imagine that. One of the oldest and biggest and most prestigious book fairs in the globe. We are thankful, we're very privileged to have Explora Books right here participating the Frankfurt Bushmizi International Book Fair. And we are located at the Hall 5.1 D59. You can find us here. We have a stretch of beautiful stories, books that have never been seen before and never heard of before. And if you want to discover and explore more about the stories that we feature here at the Explora Books booth, come and visit us at Hall 5.1 D59. So for all of you who are here in Frankfurt, do visit us because we're also giving out free books coming from our authors and a free magazine where we feature our authors, our roster of authors that have very amazing stories to tell, very interesting stories, and you're going to meet them in person right here. So as I've said earlier, we will be doing book signings for them. And this time I have with me two beautiful and wonderful women who have written stories about, one is a memoir and the other one, children's books. Let's talk to Renee Servello and Judith Perkins. Welcome to Explora Books booth. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Frankfurt.
Thank you.
Having us. It's exciting to be here with you.
It's exciting to meet you, and we've been really excited from Vancouver. We flew all the way here, and both of you flew from the United States. How's the jet lag so far, Judith?
I'm doing well. After a nap when we first got here, I'm reviving.
Reviving. You've been here for 3 days, am I right?
We got here yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But you look,
Went to the hotel, took a nap, and then came here.
yeah, refreshed and energized. How about you, Renee?
Ditto, nap. But I think what was strange to us is how large this fair is. I've been to a lot of book signings, but this is phenomenal.
This is something.
And here you are right in the middle of it, Explore Books.
Yes.
I'm here.
We're very excited. This is really huge. We have Hall 5, Hall 1, Hall 4, and every hall, there's 4 levels, 3 levels.
Yes.
Each level really has this huge pavilion, of a wide array of stories. And it's amazing.
It's a little bit overwhelming when you stop and think about it, the number of books that are here.
That's right. Thousands of stories. And we're very thankful that you are here personally to meet your possible prospective audiences. So let's talk about your book. Let's dig deep into the stories. Now, of course, Renee here has written, and we all know about Petey the Pug who escaped for 24 hours. And this is an adventure fantasy, but this is actually true to life. Am I right? Tell us about it.
Yes, Petey is a true story. It happened. Our son brought us the story. He was a manager at a golfing facility. And I have to believe that Petey, since he lived across the street from the golfing facility, saw people and cars in and out all day long.
Yeah.
And he wanted to come join the fun. So he dug his way under his fence from his backyard and he dug into
So smart.
the facility. Yes. And he made it in, but he was jumping up in the field as the golf balls were whizzing by, trying to catch them.
Yes.
And people were very concerned for his health, so they stopped the golf that day. They just stopped it. And they,
just for this.
and they went and they picked him up, brought him back to the clubhouse, and Petey had 24 hours of bliss. He was revered by everyone. And at 10 o'clock that night, the employees came to my son and said, "Here, it's 10 o'clock. We want to go home. What are we going to do with this dog?" And he said, "Well, I'll take him home, bring him back tomorrow." So that's what happened.
Wow.
And, it would be nice if we could all do what Petey did. He knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to go check that golfing facility out.
And explore, discover, and try to know what's beyond the limits.
So he jumped on it.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's a true story. And here's a little animal that just jumped on what he wanted to do, and he succeeded.
Yes.
And it's a great, great little story for the kiddos. My grandkids have enjoyed it.
Yes, definitely. Children's book is something very it's for all ages, right? I mean, you say it's a children's book, but it's actually for everyone. If you want to go back to your childhood and really,
There you go.
try to get away from all these problems and whatever your the weight that you were experiencing in our daily lives, it's about time to really read these kinds of stories. So this is available on Amazon. But before we talk about the other books, let's talk about Judith's Journey to the Pacific, One Man's Quest.
Yeah.
This is about a man, and this is a memoir, actually, a true.
It is. It's based on my memoir. I turned the memoir into a novel. And it's based on my great-great-grandfather, who was born in the Midwest, who was in an orphanage, was a very cruel orphanage. When he was 15, he left, ran away, made his way to Cheyenne, Wyoming. He met his wife there. He worked in his father-in-law's hotel restaurant. He had his first two children in Cheyenne, and then his father-in-law passed away, and he wasn't needed in the restaurant anymore. And so he went. They left and went to Portland. From the time he was very young and learned to read in the orphanage, he had a desire to see the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And he wanted to see the ocean and taste the salty water that he read about.
Because it's a landlocked area where he is.
Where he was raised, totally landlocked. He had no idea of the vastness of the ocean. And he read a story about Lewis and Clark and how they wintered along the Pacific Ocean, how they boiled down the salt water to make the salt to preserve their meat for their trip back to St. Louis.
Something new for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he always had this quest, but his family, he had a family. He had to work to support that family. He and his wife finally decided they didn't want to raise their children in Portland. So they bought a hotel in a small town in Eastern Washington, which my great grandfather did.
Yeah.
Raised his family in this hotel. The town became a pretty good sized little town.
Yeah.
They had a bank. They had a blacksmith shop. They had a livery stable. They had a doctor there, grocery store, general store, everything that a small town would have.
Yeah.
He developed in that town.
Wow.
So it's a story about that and how he eventually, through many years, finally went to Astoria, Oregon to Portland, actually, to get his daughter who ran away. She had a baby, and he went to get his daughter and his grandson and take them back to Rawlings, Washington. But in the meantime, he decided to go to the Pacific Ocean and see it. He finally achieved his quest of seeing the ocean.
And that's a childhood dream.
That was a childhood dream of his quest. He never lost that desire to see the ocean.
Wow. And he made it. This is a story of perseverance.
Yes.
And the same as Petey the Pug. This is a story of perseverance.
Yeah.
He made his way. I think those are the two things that makes both of your books similar, even if this is a children's book and this is a memoir. But let's talk about women as authors, because you are empowered women. You have achieved careers in your own, lives.
Yes.
But talk to us about women as authors. Like, what are the things that make you different?
They rock. Judy and I feel the same way.
Yeah, because this is a male-dominated industry as well.
Absolutely.
But there are a lot of authors that have now risen up to the challenge and became bestsellers. And I'm pretty sure that you will soon achieve that. We're very confident of that with
That's
the
our
100
goal.
books. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
But tell us about your writing process as women. What makes this story different as women? Because women are more creative. Am I right? I mean, I can say that.
So.
Yes. I mean, what's on your mind, you're able to really pour that down into writing. I mean,
I don't really know. It just comes to me.
Yeah.
The ideas for the books just come to me. I don't have any real process
Yep.
of doing it. I get an idea. I talk to people.
Mhm.
One day, I was playing cards with some friends that live in the same community that I do. And one of the ladies was talking about what happened during the war when the men came home from the war and the women had been out working, doing their thing for the family,
Yeah.
keeping the country going, keeping the work effort
Yeah.
and the household.
Balancing.
And then the men came home. The war was over and the men came home. And one day they had a job and the next day they didn't. What happened to them? What was the thought process? What they had to go through to readjust to being a housewife, not being the decision maker, having the husband come home and disciplining the children again.
Yeah.
And what happened with the children and how they reacted to their fathers. And sometimes they didn't even know their father.
That's right. And this
Father was gone for 4 years and they were born, maybe thought he was gone. So,
I think this is the one we're talking about.
yes.
Yep.
Yes, when the men come home. And one of the ladies that I was playing cards with was talking about what happened with her father when he came home from the war and how she had to adjust to him being home. And I woke up that night and I thought, that would really make an interesting story.
Yeah.
And that's how this started.
Wow.
Just from that idea. I listen to people talk. I listen to what they talk about, and ideas come.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's what.
It just flows, right?
Yeah.
And of course, there are some times you experience writer's block. They
Oh, absolutely.
that right there. But do you experience the same, Renee? I want to know from you.
Well, I do. I have two genres, humor books and children's books, but sometimes I get blocked too. And I tell everybody not to panic. It doesn't mean anything. I just get up and leave my desk.
Yeah.
And it may be for a day. It could be for a week. It could be for 2 weeks. But the ideas come back. And I find that I have to write them down quickly before I forget them. So like Judy said, she gets up in the middle of the night. I don't get up in the middle of the night so much, but it keeps me awake until morning.
Yeah.
And then I run in and make my notes of what I've thought about when I was drifting off. And it's funny, it comes a lot when you're drifting off, which is a bad time. But the first book I wrote, which was You're Kidding, I'm a Senior, because I was becoming a senior, my family, my friends, everyone. And I mean, everybody was talking about the senior years like it was going to kill us all. And I said, guys, it's not that bad. And I saw the humorous side. So that's what I wrote about. And it was just to make the general public not have heart attacks over aging and a few things that would happen to your body, which it does. So
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm not talking about the seriously ill.
Yes.
That's more serious, but I'm just talking about general aging. So I say in my book, guys, take your vitamins, go to exercise class, walk around your block, and you're going to be fine. It's we're all aging and it's no big deal, really.
Yeah.
Just see the humorous side. If you can laugh about it, you're going to get through your life just fine.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
And speaking of aging, I spoke to Judith yesterday, and you actually come from a family with very long lives. 90 plus.
Yes.
Almost 100.
Yes. My great grandmother was 99 when she passed away.
Yeah.
And I was 10 and I remember her very well. And she was totally blind, but she could see the color red. So my mother always dressed me in red with a red ribbon in my hair so that she could see me.
Wow.
Her birthday was January 1st.
Okay.
On New Year's Day. We always spent New Year's Day with her. She lived with her daughter. And the men would be in the other room listening to the Rose Bowl, and the ladies would be in the kitchen, and I would be sitting next to my great grandma, and she would pet my face and pet my hair.
Wow.
And
It's a great grandmother.
great grandmother, yes.
Great grandmother.
Yes. And she was 99 when she passed away.
Wow.
And my other grandmother, I was 20 before my other great grandmother passed away. So I knew her very well.
Wow. Yes.
And and I will be 84 years old in a couple days. So, we are a long-lived family.
Yes. Yes. What is the secret to aging? Because we're already in this topic. I mean, tell us, Renee, what is your secret? I'm sure you're.
Absolutely.
I wake up in a good mood every morning and I laugh. And things in my house I laugh about. When I hit the freeway, I'm laughing. I laugh all day over dumb things. But you know what? It releases the tension. You don't go to bed,
That's true.
like that.
Heavy heart. Like, release it. I mean, don't sweat the small stuff, right? I mean, that's one of the.
I mean, you got to learn to relax and enjoy what you have, your friends, your home, your job.
Write books.
Yeah.
Writing of books. I mean, you got to enjoy what you do.
Yeah. How about you, Judith?
Mine is being positive.
Yeah.
I try to always see the positive side of everything.
Okay.
I try not to think negatively.
That's
Sometimes it creeps in, but I try to erase it as fast as I can.
sure.
I have a lot of very close friends. I have a very, very close family. I have 3 boys.
Wow.
They're all close to each other. I'm close to them. My husband and I have been married for 58 years, and we love each other. We depend on each other. And he's my rock. He is my support in all of this writing.
Yeah.
He's proud of what I do. I haven't been writing for that long,
Yeah.
but he's happy with what I'm doing, and we're happy together.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing, just being positive.
Let's talk about the family, because the main purpose of Judith writing this book was really to share it to your grandchildren.
Yeah.
And so that's where it all started.
Yes.
And the same as yours, right? I mean, those are the commonalities that you have. And then moved on into becoming a published author on Amazon. Imagine
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that must be surreal for both of you.
It is.
Right? So I think one of the things with aging is to really get to pour out your thoughts and put it into paper and write books. Am I right?
Follow your
Yeah.
dream.
Follow
Yeah.
your dream.
Yeah.
Right. You've had a lot of experiences in life, and these things you have to collate them in your mind and put it into writing or put it into a children's book, illustrate it, have someone to illustrate it, and publish that. Am I right?
Yes.
So that's a very good thing. Now talk to us about the other books that you have, Renee, because Judith right here also has a trilogy. But before we talk about that, talk to us about the other books. I can see here, Baby Barney
This is actually
Needs Hugs and Food.
book, and it is fiction, my first fiction book. And everybody's asked me, well, how did you dream up this gigantic dog? And actually, I was on Facebook one day just looking up animals, and then I went to dogs, and then I saw these little bitty precious Labradoodle dogs, and then they grew to be ginormous.
Yeah.
And then I said,
Size.
oh, light bulb. He has problems with his family. He outgrew everything. He outgrew his dog bed. He outgrew the couch that he used to sleep on with the family. He outgrew the back seat of his car. He outgrew everything. And the postman had always come to their house and, he would pet him, the doggy Barney, but then Barney wanted to show love to the postman. So would rear up on his hind legs and put his paws on the postman's shoulder, knock him down, then sit on the postman until he gave him treats. Every day, that was what was going on in that neighborhood. He was knocking the postman down. And of course, children like to come and view this, and they got a chuckle out of that. But Barney is a phenomenal dog. But you just approach him with
care.
with care because of his size. He can knock you down so easily. But he was fun to write about because once I saw the picture on Facebook, I was off and running, and I was in love with this dog. I was in love. I grew up with every kind of animal imaginable,
Yeah.
and big dogs being
Yes.
one
And
of
goats.
them.
I remember you told us about
3 goats and rabbits, a squirrel, and the list goes on and on and on. I've And so it was fun to write about Barney.
And let's check the illustrations here for some of us. Here we can see Barney right there. You have beautiful illustrations at the same time. So grab a copy of this. Where can our viewers buy this book?
Barnes and Noble, and they can get it on Amazon.
Amazon.
And they can get it on the Explora website. And so Barney is easy to find.
Easy to find.
Yeah.
And we also have another book right here. Freckles Finds a Forever Home.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this.
This is very special because this is another true story. And Freckles, we adopted. We adopted her when she weighed 2 pounds, and she only got up to 4.5 pounds. And Anthony, my husband, had never really grown up with pets. All of a sudden, we have this furry little ball that lives in our house, and he's like,
It was annoying for him.
she's so tiny. I said, well, she's not trying to get big. This is it. But she was so different from the animals I've had in my life because she was a people bunny. Bunnies all go and hide. They like the dark. They don't like to come out when
We hide underneath.
she was different. If the doorbell rang, she was the first one to the door, up on her hind legs. She
was like this
coming in.
Yeah.
And then if there were people that came in, she wanted to be part of the conversation. So she would get in my lap and put her little head here and listen to everybody that was talking. Like,
Yes.
I understand. I would love to participate.
Oh,
She was unreal. I've never had an animal like that before. And she was really unreal. So she is beloved by the grandkids. Beloved.
So for all the kids and even adults who love to, who loves animals, just like us. I mean, I'm a lover of dogs and cats. This is a really good story. This is true to life at the same time.
It's a true story. And she was unreal because I've had all sorts of animals, as we discussed before, but she was unreal. She was 3/4 human, 1/4 rabbit.
I can see that. So Freckles Finds a Forever Home is already available on Amazon. So grab a copy, and you can also scan the QR code. We're going to display a QR code over on the screen for you to get a copy of these books from Renee. Renee, thank you so much. And we wish you the best as we promote and really take those books out here in Frankfurt Book Fair. Judith, tell us about the Chronicles, the Glass Ceiling Chronicles. This is about women empowerment.
yes, it is.
Glass ceiling. I think that's exactly what it says.
Yes.
Women breaking the ceiling.
Yes.
Talk to us about
These books are about young women who inherit businesses and are empowered to run these businesses that are men's businesses.
Yeah.
The Danby Press is set in the 1950s.
Yeah.
Lawson Law is set in the 1960s, and Payne Construction is set in the 1970s.
Wow.
And the women inherit the business. This is a publishing, a newspaper,
Yeah.
Danby Press. Lawson Law is about a young girl who becomes an attorney, is from the East Coast, but she doesn't want the cold weather of the East Coast, and so she moves to San Diego. She is an associate in a law firm that is run strictly by men. She runs into trouble with one of the lawyers, and she doesn't stand for it. So she files suit,
Wow.
and that's unheard of.
Yeah.
And so it's about her overcoming the men's law firm and empowering herself and the other women in the firm that work as secretaries and receptionists to take their own power back.
Stand up.
Yes. And Payne Construction is about the young woman who inherits her father's construction company. Her mother is disassociated with her to the point where she's divorced from her father, but she tries to take over the construction company because she accuses her daughter of not being able to run the company properly. There's court fights, there's dissension between the mother and the daughter, and it is about how she becomes empowered to break through that glass ceiling and become the leader in her construction company.
Wow, amazing. Women empowerment.
Yes, yes.
So the Glass Ceiling Chronicles, this is a these are three books. It's a trilogy.
Yes.
But these are different stories of different women.
Yes,
And
they
if
are.
you want to grab a copy of this is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all other
Explora book.
retailers.
Yes.
Explora Books.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're soon going to open our Explora Books bookstore, our brick and mortar bookstore in Vancouver. And I hope to see you there.
Oh, that would be great. We're not
To
that far
have
from Vancouver.
all of these books on the brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
Vancouver. We're gonna take care of all of that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Judith and Renee. You are so thankful
much.
you're here, and we finally see you in person.
Yeah.
Very excited coming here
Meet all of
to finally meet you in person,
Yeah.
flesh. And so again, for those who would like to grab copies of these books, these interesting books written by women, empowered women at that, please do grab a copy now on Amazon and scan the QR code as you can see on the screen. Thank you very much. This has been Joel, your host for this event right now here at the Explora Books booth here in Frankfurt Book Fair. We'll see you here, and they will be doing book signings. You have a book signing yesterday, and Judith will also do a book signing here at our booth at Explora Books on Saturday, the day before your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye for now, everyone, and see you here in Frankfurt Book Fair until Sunday.